What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be talking about a topic that actually really irritates me. I've had to re-record this video so many times because I just get angrier and angrier every time I make this video. So I'm going to try my best to stay calm because this video can easily and probably is going to turn into a rant because I'm so tired of people being so stupid when it comes to this topic. These games, as you can see right here, no more announcements today. 6 games have been revealed for Evo France. We look forward to seeing you in 2025. Now, this is the lineup for Evo 2025 France. If you don't know what Evo is, it's the biggest fighting game tournament of the year. As you can see, we got Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Grand Blue, and Fatal Fury. Now, me personally, I can speak on these first 4 games because I have hit the highest rank in all 4 of these first games right here. And easily the worst one out of the first 4, I think, is Dragon Ball FighterZ. This game is terrible. I have a whole rant on that game, but this game is the worst fighting game I've ever played in my life. That game is piss. It's a very bad game. And I can't speak on the last 2. I have only played Grand Blue for probably like a total of 5 minutes, like a demo, and I don't know anything about Fatal Fury. So I can't speak on these last 2. So, with that being said, a lot of people can see that Mortal Kombat is not here. Now, I understand the concern that some people might have if you're not very familiar with the tournament scene or the FGC, like this person right here. This person is how a lot of people should respond, where he's just curious why Mortal Kombat 1 is not here. And a lot of people seeing Mortal Kombat is not here, they should have did what this guy did and actually asked a question instead of just saying ignorant stuff, which is really dumb to me, where people always are talking about when Mortal Kombat is not at these big events. They're just like, oh, MK is dead, MK is dying, MK is done. And it's just so stupid. Like, it really is. If I scroll down here, you can see, look, this dude's talking about MK is dead. This one's talking about MK sucks. This one is saying, you know, MK's dead. There's so many people. If I just keep scrolling, you'll see MK's dead here, MK's dead there, Mortal flop that. And there's so many people that are being stupid because of this topic. Like, it is just so dumb because for people to say this without even doing an iota, an inch, a little bit of research is stupid. First of all, I want to say this quickly because when I did my first take on this video, I went too long on this part. Mortal Kombat has never been treated well at Evo, first of all. I'm surprised that Evo lasted as long as it did because Evo has obvious bias towards Mortal Kombat. They do not treat Mortal Kombat well. They never have, and they never will. Even when MK10, the best NRS game, in my opinion, was, and that's what a lot of people think, even when that game was bringing in decent tournament numbers for Evo, that game still wasn't being treated well. Evo has never treated Mortal Kombat well at all. And one of the biggest signs of that is one time, it was when, I think it was 2016 or 2017, I don't remember, when, I remember it was when Alien was out, and they pushed Mortal Kombat's section of the tournament to terrible time slots, and they shoved all the Mortal Kombat players in like a cold venue in the corner, and everyone was complaining about it. Like, and that's just how it's been over the years. They've never treated Mortal Kombat right. They just haven't. They don't care about Mortal Kombat. Evo does not care about Mortal Kombat in general. And this isn't something new. So I'm not surprised that it's not there at all anymore. It was only a matter of time. And it could be back. It could never come back. It doesn't matter because they will never treat NRS right. So let me get that part out of the way. The second thing I want to get out of the way is people talking about the game dying. Because as you can see, with a lot of these stupid replies to this, there's so many people that think the game is dead or slash dying or not doing well, which is flat out just not true. Even if you go to the quote tweets, Mortal Kombat's getting the respect it deserves. Mortal Kombat's not here, this, that, and other. Everyone's just trashing on Mortal Kombat. It's just, again, so stupid because this does not determine if Mortal Kombat is doing good. It just doesn't. And they really think it does. So many people, you know, just talking about Mortal Kombat not being here. And does that mean Mortal Kombat is dead or dying? Absolutely not. It doesn't mean that at all. MK is the biggest casual-based fighting game, period. Thousands upon thousands of people play Mortal Kombat every day. Because it's not at Evo doesn't mean the game is dying. Evo, the FGC in general, means nothing for the most part on the terms of, is the game doing well? The FGC, and let me stop saying the FGC, tournaments make up less than 1%. Let me say this again for you ignorant people who do not do research. Tournaments make up less than 1% of the community. So, again, I'm going to say that again for the person that this is not resonating with. Tournaments make up for less than 1% of the community. So if the game, or if any game is not at a tournament, that doesn't mean it's doing bad. Especially an NRS game, because NRS does not have a tenured competitive community. So these ignorant people need to stop getting on the internet acting like they know what they are talking about when they don't. So let's get some things clear so far in the video. MK has never been treated well at Evo, so I'm not surprised that it's even going right now. Mortal Kombat does not have a tenured competitive community like a Guilty Gear Strive or a Street Fighter. They just don't. And because of that, MK is not going to be at some tournaments. It's not going to do numbers at tournaments because the devs have never made it a point to grow the game tournament-wise. They never have. That doesn't reflect how the game is doing. That just reflects that the devs don't really care about boosting the tournament scene. They just don't. Does that mean the game is doing bad or failing? Absolutely not. Thousands upon thousands of people play Mortal Kombat every day. Just last season, there was 100,000 people that played Kombat League. Last season, that was before the DLC. So for people to get on here and act like MK is dead is just stupid. And the most stupid thing, like I said, shout out to this dude, because this dude actually asked a question instead of making a statement where he didn't know anything about. This really irked me. I had to redo the video because I ranted so hard on this part. This part actually irritated the crap out of me. This dude said most of the player base does not even prefer this game over the last one. Now, I'm not going to say anything disrespectful to you because, you know, that's just not how I am. But I will say to you, what I will say to you is a fact. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You are absolutely wrong, and this is not valid research. You at least tried to do research, but this is not valid research. First of all, NRS has never been popular on PC. Their games are not popular on PC at all. That's the first thing. This is not me making excuses. Again, this is a fact. Second of all, another fact, over 95% of the player base plays on console. So you decided to take a metric around 5% of the players and judge how the game is doing. That was absolutely stupid and wrong, in my opinion. Now, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm saying that was stupid. Because if you really think only... if you really think a combination of 6,000 people are playing MK, a multi-million-dollar game that has the highest casual fans of all time, if you think only 6,000 people are playing that a day, I don't know what to tell you. Like, bro, come on now. And He also mentioned how people preferred the last game. That is also not true. Do your research. MK11 was on sale for like $5, like $5-10. MK1 is still like $70. So that's why a lot of people are playing it, because it had a recent sale where the game went on sale for like $5-10 for the Ultimate Edition. That's why people are playing it on PC. A lot of PC players are cheap when it comes to getting games. They go on key sites and buy their games for dirt cheap. That's why a lot of people are playing it. So again, this was just a horrible metric to use to judge the game. And 300 people liked it. These are 300 people that are misinformed and don't know what they're talking about. And this dude gave out misinformation, because the fact that y'all think 6,000 people are playing a multi-million-dollar game that has a crazy amount of casual fans and movies, y'all think only 6,000 people are playing that a day? Yeah, you are very ignorant. You're very ignorant if you think that. Like, that's just insane to me that people could actually think that without doing a little more research. So, either way, MK, in my opinion, right now is in an amazing spot. The game is so good right now. And I feel like because MK has a certain way it goes about its life cycle, because a lot of fighting games do take a while to get good. They don't just become good right away. The problem with NRS games is when they finally do become good, a lot of the player base is gone, because the game doesn't have a tenured competitive community, because NRS, they made it a habit being, okay, after 2 years, we're making the next game. So it takes around a year for a lot of fighting games to become really good, including NRS as well. But by the time that the game is finally good, people are on to the next. And that's what really hurts NRS games in the competitive scene. What also hurts NRS games in the competitive scene is it's banned in a lot of places. You can't play NRS games in a lot of places in Asia, and Asia has some of the best fighting game players in the world. That's another reason the game is not big in the tournament scene. It's banned in some places, and it still outsells all of these games here while being banned in most of the country. And y'all think the game is dying? Like, seriously, y'all think the game is dying? A little research. That's all it takes. A little bit of research. Just a little bit. So, again, it's really irritating to see, because NRS actually has overall been doing a very good job with Mortal Kombat 1. And I think they did a horrible job with their last game. But this game, they're doing very well. And they don't care about the tournament scene still. I wish they would, because all it takes is a little investment for them to grow their tournament scene, and it would mean nothing to their pockets if they literally put back 2% of their earnings into the tournament scene. It could change so many players' lives, and it could actually give people a reason to play Mortal Kombat competitively. If they were giving out Street Fighter money, like, it doesn't make sense, because Street Fighter, they give out crazy amount of money. They give out crazy amounts of money in their scene. Like, the game has already given out over $3 million, and the game has been out for a year and like 4 months. It's given out over $3 million. MK hasn't even given out half or a quarter of that. It's just insane. And the reason, this might sound like a cop-out, but the reason the NRS competitive scene is not as big is because of NRS. NRS simply does not care about it. You think that they care that they're not at Evo? A Street Fighter might care that they're not at Evo. A Tekken, one of those creators, they might care that the game's not at Evo. But do you think NRS cares that they're not at Evo? I promise you Ed Boon's not losing any sleep over this. I promise you those devs do not care. And that's part of the problem with the competitive scene, is the competitive scene doesn't realize that. They're just kind of there. They kind of got this, mentality of how some competitive scenes are run, and they just enter the scene and think NRS is going to be like that. No, it's not like that. The competitive scene for NRS is not big, and it's not cared about by the devs. They don't do enough to support it. They haven't even announced the Pro Tour. That could be another reason it's not there. They haven't even announced the second part of their Pro Tour. And it's been months since Final Kombat. So again, what you need to take from this video mainly is MK is not dead or dying at all because it's not at Evo. Evo fighting game tournaments in general make up less than 1% of the community, and a heavily casual based game such as Mortal Kombat, tournament numbers mean nothing for them. And that's part of the reason that they do not care, because those big executives, Bob might come in there, hey, why we don't do some tournaments? And, Rob is like, well, is it going to make us any money? No. Well, why are we doing it? The FGC does not generate profit overall for these games. The FGC is here for the love of fighting games. That's what the FGC is about. It's about for the love of fighting games. The FGC doesn't make money. It doesn't. It really doesn't like that. And a lot of people don't realize that. Like, these games could never be at another tournament again, and these companies would still do very well, and it would mean nothing to them. So I wanted to discuss that because I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And Nickopz out.